I was hoping he would be here to say live from New York, etc., etc. But I guess it's not going to happen. I was even willing to have a Pat say it, or even Trisha, Julie, any of them would have been just fine, but they're all late. So I guess I'm going to have to do it. Live from New York, home of Richard Nixon, it's Saturday night.
Hello and welcome to the Not Ready for Primetime Project. We're Gary Seath and Brad Robinson.
And you're not.
This week on the early years of SNL, we're talking about Season 5, Episode 11, with host Elliott Gould and musical guest Gary Numan. The show originally aired on February 16th, 1980. Brad, Elliott Gould is back.
5-Timers Club, baby.
Yeah, how about that?
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
What has Elliott Gould been up to since we saw him last?
I can tell you what he's not been up to, growing that mustache back, because I missed that.
That was my first note on the monologue was, oh, no mustache? That's a bummer.
I know. And to answer your question, nothing. So he could have grown a mustache by now. There's no reason for him not to have one.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Elliott Gould back.
Of course you are. You should be.
Yeah, everyone should be. I don't know. I feel like his talents are so perfect for what this show is or could be.
Or was, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be nice. Brad, I decided to come into this episode.
You know what? Thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I decided to, not be so harsh on the show this week, or at least I will try. How about that?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But to legitimately answer your question, I don't think he's been up to anything. I think we mentioned it last time he was on last season. He was doing that horrible Lady Vanishes remake, which has since came out.
Yep.
And he did have an amazing cameo in the Muppet movie.
Yes, he did.
So there's that.
That's right. That was between. Yeah, that is good.
But
yeah, it's funny because that's basically it for him.
Well, I was going to say, dare I say, he does not do anything noteworthy for 15 some years.
Really? I mean, I believe you. I'm just trying to think of what it could be.
I had to look it up because I was curious. He does not do a lot in the 80s.
No?
At all. No.
Huh. I mean, good for him if he doesn't want to.
The next thing I really remember him from and noticed, did you ever see a movie, Noah Baumbach's first movie, Kicking and Screaming? It's like a college movie.
Yes.
Great. And he plays Grover's dad.
Yes.
And I remember at the time, like, oh, it's Elliott Gould. Like, what's he been up to? The answer is nothing. That's why he's in this movie.
Oh, that's a really good movie.
I love that movie. I love Kicking and Screaming is one of my favorite movies of all time. Again, my point being, he had not done a lot in the 80s. And then I remember like when he was in American History X was out of nowhere.
That's right.
He plays, what's it, Furlong's mom's boyfriend or something. He was on Friends for a while, right?
Yeah.
As Monica and Ross's dad. And then the Ocean 11's movies. But that's the 2000s, which he is great in those movies.
I've only ever seen the one, and he's really good.
He's so good. I mean, he's the same character in all three, and he's great in all three.
It's the one where he's like, I think it's the first one. He's at the pool in a robe, and the robe's just undone the whole time. And he's just like,
yeah, you're going to have to be more specific than that. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll have to watch the movies.
That was actually Elliott Gould for all of the 90s and 2000s.
And the 80s. That's what he was doing in the 80s.
Open.
Yeah. Good for him.
Should have had a mustache. But I unfortunately listened to the Elliott Gould commentary on the DVDs earlier today.
Oh.
That was a waste of time. But one of the three things he says worthwhile, Lauren asked him to come do the show, which of course he did.
Yeah.
Like you said, you were excited to see him.
Yes.
He plays very well to this show. He's been a very reliable host.
Right.
So it's not a surprise to hear come December, Lauren's making phone calls. And it's like, hey, Elliott, you're not doing anything.
Right.
Come host for us, please.
Yeah. So this is his 5th time, right?
Yep. 5 of 6.
3rd 5-timer ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Buck and Steve, right?
And to say he goes about this casually, I think is generous.
I think he's fine.
No, I think he's fine. It's just
He's more than fine, actually.
yeah. But it's just kind of this it's this comfort that he has and portrays where he's just kind of, it's a very laissez-faire, like, all right, like this is what we're doing. This is the 5th season. You guys are, doing this now. So fine. I'm here and I'll play along.
I know what I'm doing. Sure.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
It is funny. We'll talk about that, but it's
laissez-faire. Yeah, it's a good term. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, should we just get into this laissez-faire episode?
Well, before then, Gary, have you forgotten?
Yes.
About our
apparently
about our How Great Is Jane t-shirt contest.
Oh, right. Yes.
You may remember we asked our listeners, please send us an email after you, of course, rate and review the show. And we will give you a t-shirt. It's that simple. Email us and you'll get a t-shirt. How great is Jane? Unfortunately, Gary, I don't know if you're aware of this. I didn't tell you, but we literally received thousands of emails.
Oh,
and
does that mean we have thousands of ratings?
Yes. Well, not yet. I think people may have lied about if they actually left the
glitch
rating
in the
and or
system,
review. Yeah. But unfortunately, we don't have the budget for 1,000 t-shirts. So we're just going to pull a name. One name.
Okay.
Out of this box that I have here. So if you have like a drum roll thing, like hit the drum roll cue and I will
we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And here we go. The winner of the How Great Is Jane t-shirt. Oh, look at this. Shari Fesco, our old friend.
Hey, there we go.
Shari, friend of the pod. She's been on Tournament Talk with us once before. Shari, thank you so much for your email and your review, of course. We should say Shari has a podcast now. The Saturday Night Ladies.
She does.
So if you haven't, it's a really fun podcast. If you haven't heard that, check out her podcast, Saturday Night Ladies. But Shari, congratulations. We'll be in touch and we'll be sending you our brand new 2025 edition How Great Is Jane t-shirt.
It's the best. All right. Now we should get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. The cold open starts with SNL being preempted for a Weekend Update special report.
So my first note was, so 2 weeks ago we had a discussion and I said, have they ever done this again? And we said, no, we were obviously wrong.
Oh, clearly. Yes.
Clearly we were wrong.
Yeah. So we find out that Father Guido Sarducci has gotten out of prison in Japan, and then it is a very hard pivot to him being sent immediately on assignment.
Yes. I did like that they referenced it at the top, the whole bit they did a couple weeks ago. I did like that. And then, yes, now that he's out, we send him right to a new assignment.
Yes. And this new assignment is because Richard Nixon has bought a penthouse in New York City.
Yeah. And much like myself, SNL cannot let the 70s go. And I love it.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that we're doing this podcast, Brad. So they sent Father Guido Sarducci on assignment to stand outside of Nixon's new residence, and wait for him to show up.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, according to Father Guido Sarducci, the Nixons are at the movies, and they're not there. And that's basically it. Then he says, I was hoping to get him to say live from New York.
Right. Or any of them. He even says any of them would be fine.
Right. Yeah.
Live from New York, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this was legit. Nixon did buy a condo in New York City the year before, 1979, lived there for like a year and a half. It was kind of a big deal because he was trying to become a private citizen and try to unsuccessfully regain his life.
But why would you do that in New York City? If you're trying to become a private citizen, why would you go to the media capital of the world?
I think he was trying to get into the private sector, like go back to work in some manner. I think. I could be wrong. It's also New York City. Why would you not? Like, what are you going to live in San Clemente and do nothing with nobody?
I mean, if he wants a private life, yes. I mean, I understand if you're saying that's what he wants.
I don't mean private, like shut off. I mean like like a regular citizen.
Right.
I think he was trying to get back into the world. Like he thought people forgot about him, except for SNL.
And you.
And me.
Yeah.
It's a little underwhelming, but the idea is funny.
Yes.
I like the idea. It's a fun idea. It's something different. They tried a couple weeks ago, and I actually had the note, you hope this is a runner, because didn't we see this before? We're like, They should make this a runner. And it's like they learned from their mistakes. Now they will make it a runner.
Right. Yeah, that is good. I didn't think about that until we saw that it was a runner. But it is a fun premise. It just fell a little bit short as a cold open.
I agree. I know. And we should say Don Novello's second live from New York. I don't know if we celebrated it the Terry Garr episode because we were so miserable about it. But Don Novello's second live from New York, he says.
Oh, yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
This week's featured players, Brad, we've got a number of them. Peter Ackroyd, Tom Davis, Brian Doyle Murray, Al Franken, and Father Guido Sarducci, credited as a feature player.
Yeah. My usual complaint. I don't know why. It's Don Novello. It's whatever.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't appear as anyone but Father Guido Sarducci, so I guess that's why you
Maybe
did the character. But
the credits are fun, though. I feel like I watched them more this time because it's the second time we've seen them. But these are fun credits. You see almost the entire writing staff and everybody's in there, and it is a fun opening sequence.
Well, that's because they had to shoot all of these people because they at some point will be featured players. But yes, it is fun. It is a fun open. It kind of feels like they were like, hey, let's have a Christmas party. You guys bring some cameras. We might shoot an open. But it works. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Time for the monologue. And this is what I meant when I said laissez-faire attitude towards all this. Elliott Gould comes out in a sweater, button-down sweater that's wide open, a cardigan, and a T-shirt. And he has, if this was 2024, I would say he has what looks like a vape or something like that, like a vape pen in his hand that keeps playing with.
No. No, it's a carrot.
Is that what
he
it is?
He pulls a carrot. Oh my God, yes. Are you serious?
I saw that it was orange.
No, my note is he eating a carrot? Followed by, did he pull that out of his pocket? And he did.
Yeah, well. See?
He pulls a carrot slice out of his pocket and starts chewing. Like, that's his bit. Doesn't get to sing, God forbid.
I was so disappointed that he didn't get to sing.
I honestly was too, because I was expecting it. Of course, it's Elliott Gould.
Sure.
He even mentions, this is the second note he mentioned in that commentary. He said, yeah, that's the first time I've been on the show and I didn't do a song and dance number.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good song and dance man. He just talks about,
I know.
You know, he's happy to be there. He loves being there. The show is always taking chances. And that's it. It's another short monologue.
I mean, that's how you know season 5 is in dire straits. They will not let this man do a song and dance. Come on.
I feel like that's exactly what this season needs, is this man doing a song and dance
I'm with
number.
you. I'm with you. And you know I hate monologue song and dance numbers, but could have used it here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we didn't get it.
Not a good omen.
But we go right to a commercial.
Yes, we do.
We have a pre-taped commercial for Jewish Jeans. This is Gilda is she Rhonda in this?
Yeah. I mean, that's Rhonda Weiss.
Yeah.
I don't know if officially because there's no name, but it's Rhonda Weiss.
Yeah. And this is just a jeans commercial for, like I said, Jewish jeans. This is like a take on old jean commercials, right?
Yeah, it's a satire of an old, like, I think Brooke Shields commercial, maybe Jordache, I want to say.
Jordache sounds right. Yeah.
I feel like you're underselling this.
I'm not trying to sell it hard.
This is an all-time classic. I love this sketch.
Do you think this is an all-time classic?
I do.
Oh.
I think Jewish Jeans is great.
Tell me why.
It's just so funny. They do a great job of satirizing like the jeans commercials and like playing up the Rhonda Weiss quote unquote character.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the song, it's really funny about being like the Jewish princess. And I'm going to mess all the words up, but at the one point it's like designer nails and designer nose. I think there's a Woody Allen line in there.
Huh. You have not sold me on it.
I can't believe you don't like this. Gilda's great. She doesn't have a lot to do, but like I think she just pulls the character off really well.
Yeah, sure.
Yvonne Hudson as a backup singer.
I did see Yvonne. It's good to see Yvonne Hudson, yes.
I think this is hilarious. I love this commercial parody.
She shops the sales for designer clothes. She's got designer nails and a designer nose. She's an American princess and a disco queen. She's the Jewess in Jewess jeans. She's the Jewess in Jewess.
You don't have to be Jewish.
But it wouldn't hurt.
Jewish jeans. Guaranteed to ride up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is another great commercial parody from the original era. Maybe the
Hmm.
last one.
A great one though.
You don't think this is a great one?
I do not.
Oh man. Short, sweet, to the point, doesn't overstay its welcome.
These are
Hits
yeah.
everything it's satirizing and then gets out of the way. Oh,
Hmm.
I really like this one.
All right. Well, that's good. I do not. It was, even though I knew they were satirizing those old Gene commercials. I don't know. Not my cup of tea.
Oh. Ann Beats wrote this, an Ann Beats piece, and she had talked about at the end they do a close up of her ass. She turns around and they've got the emblem on the back. They wanted to do a Star of David.
Uh-huh.
And the censors kept fighting them, and she couldn't put the Star of David. So that's why there's just like an outline of a star to signify Jew-S genes.
Right. All right.
I can't believe you don't like this.
I can't say that I disagree with the censors on this one.
I mean, regardless, I think it's a fun piece. I think this is something that could have fit in any season. You could have seen this season 2, 3, 4. It would have played great. This is a really smart piece. It's really fun. It's done really well.
Not my thing, but that's okay.
You're so woke. You're so woke these days. What happened to you?
These days. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a new thing for me. Next we go to the debate stage.
You want to talk about this one for a while?
I mean, we can. This is Kennedy-Carter debate, except
is it though?
right. Except President Carter doesn't show up, so his secretary comes. His press secretary, I should say, played by Brian Doyle Murray. And Ted Kennedy's here, played by Bill, again, as usual. And oof. Oof.
It's always rough. Am I wrong to watch Bill do a New England accent? It's just not his strong suit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such a caricaturization of a New England accent.
Right.
It is a very over the top campy New England accent. Absolutely. And this is just like a town hall debate between the two brothers, which I thought was fun and interesting to see Brian Doyle Murray and Bill Murray there.
I agree.
And Jane plays the moderator, the MC. We should say they're in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
So Jane does a very good New Hampshire accent, and she was very good. And then they just kind of take questions from the crowd. Before that, there's a line that Bill has that I really like that says, "I've been coming here since I was 16 to buy liquor."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then they took questions from the crowd, Tom Davis, Lorraine, and then Elliott Gould gets a question. And I was surprised that the only thing they had Elliott Gould do in this sketch was play an audience member asking a question, and not like, why not have him play the press secretary, pal? I don't know. That kind of struck me. But yeah, that's what this sketch was. I thought Jane was the highlight, honestly.
Oh man. I can't say I had a highlight. You know what though? I will say from watching the sketch, I think I know what is not working.
Oh, okay.
It wants to be smart.
Yeah.
And I don't think SNL is ready to be smart about politics, if that makes sense. At this point, we're coming off of Chevy doing Ford, Dan doing Carter, the silliness of the debates they did. They never really were kind of making serious satirical comments about politics.
Right.
And we kind of saw this a little bit at the Terry Garr episode with that caucus sketch. Remember, we said it's written very smart. It's just not following through. I think this is another example because they're trying to make fun of the fact that Carter was refusing to debate Kennedy, which was an actual thing that was happening at this time. Kennedy was campaigning in New Hampshire in the campaign and trying to debate Carter, and he wouldn't do it.
Right.
I mean, this has to be somewhat Downey involved. If he didn't write this, he had to help write this Jim Downey piece, obviously. Because you can see this is him and the show, I feel, trying to be smart about politics and being very satirical about politics. I just don't know if the show's ready for it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's in that vein of what they're trying to do, and they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because we should note, when this regime leaves for the next few years, they don't touch politics
Well,
until Downey and the crew comes back.
right.
And I think it's them trying to evolve, and it's just either them or the show or the audience just not ready to get there yet.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it also, I understand what you're saying. Like, they're trying to be too smart and not going directly at what they're saying and doing it in a roundabout way with this press secretary coming to debate him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way in which they do it, I think what you're saying and what makes sense is they could have been a little more in your face and funnier about it, perhaps, than the way they go about it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that.
But what I'm saying is they're not workshopping this anywhere.
Right.
You can only test it on live TV. So we're watching Downey and the show, I feel like, try to figure out how to be smart in politics. That's all.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. Well, and this is a very interesting election to like go at it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot going on here that they try to tackle, especially in that Terry Garr sketch. We see it, but
And also, you don't have a Carter.
right.
I mean, there's that. Dan was doing Jimmy Carter. You don't have anybody to do Jimmy Carter. No one ever did Ford after Chevy left.
I
Not that
know.
you had to, but I think there's also that. Like, you don't have somebody to play Carter, so you're left with the fact of how do we do political stuff without having Jimmy Carter?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting because I think in hindsight, if you said, hey, you have a staff that includes Jim Downey and Harry Shearer, and you can't get political stuff right, you would be very confused by that. If you said that
But
in
it's
19
early Downey.
That's what I'm saying.
Early
Like,
Shearer. Like, I hear you. They're finding their voice. I'm
Right.
just saying we're watching them figure it out.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool. Again, like, you need this to get to that. Like, you have to, you got to fall. That's all.
Right.
And
Yeah.
They obviously get there down the road. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just watching this sketch, that's what I got. I said, this is them trying to figure out how to get smart.
Right. I get that. All right. Did you feel like the next piece was smart?
Nope.
Because Wine remembers. This is a Harry voiceover of just some wines being bottled and then put into carefully curated cardboard boxes. I thought that was a funny line.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I shouldn't jump to say no. This was a short, fine transition. Like, it worked well. I felt like this must have been based on an ad of the time.
Right. That's exactly what I thought.
And
Yeah.
then worked well. Like, I looked it up and I couldn't find anything, but I feel like this was just a satire on an ad of the time and working what it needed to be, just a short transition. It worked fine.
Right. Right. Well, we needed the short transition because we are going to a long piece next.
Buckle up.
The Mackenzie Paper Towel Theater. Don't know why we needed all of that, but we got all of that. The Mackenzie Paper Towel Theater presents the Canadian classic, The Incredible Man. This is the tale of Jennifer, the Mountie, the hockey player, and the sleepy bear. So this is a take on the Wizard of Oz.
Yep. My first note, this is going to be long, ...
Yeah, you are not wrong.
Nope.
So it starts with Gilda playing Jennifer, the Dorothy character. Instead of a dog, she's holding a cat.
We can't say Dorothy, by the way.
No, why not?
No, it's copyright issues.
And instead of holding a dog, she's holding a cat. This cat looked like the most miserable cat in the world. It hated everything that was going on in this sketch.
Poor bastard. It did.
So this is Gilda's in her bedroom. This is all black and white. She hits her head, passes out, and then she ends up in, I don't know what they even called it, but she ends up in, let's say, the non-copyrighted version of Oz.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Very good. Well played.
Where Jane plays Gilda the Good Munchkin Fairy.
Why is Jane a munchkin, by the way? She's a munchkin fairy.
Yeah. I don't know why she couldn't just be a fairy.
Wasn't Glinda a full woman?
She was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did like that they called her Gilda. Calls herself Gilda, talking to Gilda. Then it's again, typical Wizard of Oz satire. Instead of following the yellow brick road, she tells
Really?
her
Are there a lot of Wizard of Oz satires out there that this is typical of one?
the whiz.
Okay.
Instead of follow the yellow brick road, Jane sings the song to follow the yellow line in the snow and not to eat the yellow line in the snow.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Jane liked this sketch at all?
I do, because she got to use like a weird voice that she did a very good job with.
She's very good.
Yeah.
She's very good in this sketch. But as she's singing a song called Follow the Yellow Line, my mind, I'm like, how pissed is Jane right now?
No, I think she liked it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think she liked it. So Gilda follows the yellow line, and first she meets the Mountie, Bill, playing the Mountie.
The lonely Mountie.
Did you like his Canadian accent any better than the
I liked it better.
New England
I
accent?
did like it better. I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, he's lonely. He sings the song, If I Only Had a Wife. He asks Gilda, playing Jennifer, if she wants to be his wife. Asks if the cat wants to be his wife. Then they go along. They follow the yellow line, going around the circle of the set.
Yes, we should say follow the yellow line simply entails a circle around a bush on the set, which I actually kind of liked.
Absolutely.
Because it was a fun way. They go around the circle, and every time they come back to the start point in the front, there's a new character. And that actually did kind of work pretty well, because I'm wondering, how are they going to pull this off? Meaning all these characters and go on this journey, and the yellow line circle actually worked pretty well.
It worked really well, because at the beginning they have to get the witch that Gilda landed on and Jane off screen and get Bill on screen. Right. And I was afraid this was going to be a multi-set piece, but I think they did a great job of making this just one set where they could do all these different things. Yeah.
That they did. I'll give them that.
Yep.
Yes.
Next, they meet the frozen hockey player played by Peter Ackroyd, who they defrost with 2 lighters. And whatever, let's not get into this. He's wishing he only had some fame. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then the 3 of them go around the circle, and then they meet the sleepy bear played by Elliott Gould, saying, if only I could go to sleep. Credit to Peter Ackroyd for running around the set in those hockey skates, by the way.
We know what happened last time they put somebody on skates.
Yeah, but Peter Ackroyd's a true Canadian. He can run around on hockey skates.
That's fair.
Who was it? Was it Don Novello?
Don Novello,
broke his
who
knee
got hurt
or whatever, hurt his knee. Then we go.
I don't know if you mentioned it. They do play this as a musical, so they're singing all these non-copyrighted Wizard of Oz songs. I only say it because as they come around the 3rd time, and who is Elliott playing? The bear that needs sleep or whatever.
Yeah,
Sleepy Bear. I was actually excited. I never thought he'd be happy to see this. Elliott Gould's going to get to sing.
Yeah.
And I was legitimately excited for it.
Sure.
That's fun. How bad this sketch is.
Yikes! It's a bear.
Oh, you have no right scaring us like that. How can you do that? It's winter and you should be hibernating.
Well, that's my problem. I can't go to sleep.
Why not?
Well, I'm overtired. Haven't you ever been so tired that you couldn't go to sleep? If I could only go to sleep, I wouldn't be such a creep, especially if the sleep were deep. If I could only do some snoring, I wouldn't be so boring, 'cause I'd have had some sleep.
Some fame.
Some sleep.
Saskatchewan.
We're going to see the incredible Candy, 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 Candy. Gonna see the incredible man.
I hope we can.
In my opinion, we have not yet gotten to the bad part, but we're about to.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I took this for what it was. Like, it was a fun satire on the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's like a fun, lighthearted poking at Canadians, which I thought was fun.
Yeah, a Canadian uncopyrighted version of the movie, sure.
Yeah. But then we cut away to Lorraine playing the bad lady of the Northeast, the sister of the witch that was killed.
It's probably from Rahway, sure.
And no, they're Canadian.
Oh, right.
And Garrett is playing what's his name? Oswald? Oswald,
Yes.
the flying monkey.
Hence my note. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I will say, as horrible as that is,
Mhm.
he does do a good job.
Yes, he does.
I'm just saying, what he was stuck doing, he did do well.
Yes, he did. And then he spills water accidentally on Lorraine, who I thought did an excellent job as the witch or the bad lady melting because she got wet. I thought she was
in
very
this version,
good.
you cannot use witch. It is a bad lady. Yes.
Yeah.
She played the bad lady.
Yeah. I thought she was very good, as Lorraine is in these parts when you actually give her something to do.
She was. I'll give you that.
Then they go around again and they happen upon a trailer. Again,
still going.
Very well placed within this one set is a trailer that we haven't seen yet.
I'll give you that.
And inside the trailer is Harry playing the Incredible Man.
There you go.
And he gives the sleepy bear some sleeping pills.
He sums it all up, gives everything they need. It's all fine.
No. It's funny because she introduces the Mountie and he's like, he needs a wife. And he's like, here's $10 an address to get you started. And then Guild is like, I need to get home. He breaks a piece of wood over her head.
And knocks her out. Right.
Knocks her out. And then she wakes up and then we see that Bill, as the Mountie, is her father. Peter is her, I think, cousin, who plays hockey. And the sleepy bear, Elliott Gould, is her uncle who is on his way to a costume party.
Yeah, I mean, I was totally tapped out of the sketch by this point, but I do think they kind of did do a funny job of bringing all the characters back in real life. Because the Elliott Gould, like, I was on my way to a costume party, but I couldn't leave before I checked on my niece. Like, if I didn't just sit through 27 minutes of shit, I would have thought that was funny.
It was only 12 minutes.
That was 12?
Yeah.
I was wondering. Okay.
Only 12. So I thought that was an achievement for everything they did. They did in 12 minutes on one set, except for the bedroom set. Like
they did.
You know.
Yeah. And the Lorraine set, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't count that. All right. So 3 sets, but still not so bad. I thought it was fun. I just, whatever. I enjoyed that it was a Mountie and a hockey player. I liked the whole making fun of Canada part of it and just putting a different spin on the Wizard of Oz.
But are they making fun of Canada?
Sure.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
I legitimately couldn't figure out what they were doing. Is Canada known for
Mounties? Yes.
non-copyrighted off? I don't know. I legit couldn't tell what they were trying to make fun of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't take that part of it. I didn't think about the whole non-copyrighted piece of this angle being so heavy in the thought processes.
Because that's the whole joke. Jennifer and a cat, and because she even sings like it's instead of somewhere over the rainbow, it's what is it? Somewhere over the clouds or something like that. I gotta say, songs are probably pretty good. You know, this is a Franken and Davis piece that they wrote with, not surprisingly, Paul Schaefer and Cheryl Hardwick and Howard Shore with all the music. And they do a decent job of trying to, you know, make these non-copyrighted versions of these songs, of all the Wizard of Oz songs, you know, Off to See the Incredible Man and I Need a Wife and all that kind of stuff. So that stuff it took effort. Like, this is an effort. This sketch is an effort.
Yes, it is.
But I would have to argue that there is no way in hell that the juice is worth the squeeze on this one.
I mean, it filled up a lot of time.
You like this. This is so weird that you didn't like Jewish jeans and you like this.
Why is this weird?
Because I feel like you're just wrong. I don't know
fine.
how else to say it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, kudos for trying it. I get what you're saying, and kudos for trying it, and the effort is there. It's almost like it was too long to work.
Yeah, I mean, I think it worked because they're retelling the Wizard of Oz without doing anything. Like, they're just changing some characters and stuff.
I can't believe you think this works.
I think this is the best thing we've seen in season 5.
What? You're just trying to get me upset. Now you're just trying to push buttons. Let's move on. Can we move on to something else I don't understand? Let's go.
Oh, I mean, do you want to stay in this episode with what you don't understand, or should we move on to something else in life? Let's talk about Gary Numan.
If we must.
Brad, little known fact. Did you know I am actually named after Gary Numan?
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
How is this?
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with
First
you.
of all, I was going to say, edit this all out because no one wants to hear this. But
No, I'm leaving this in. So Gary Numan is here all the way from England, according to Elliott Gould in his intro.
I must say, I do appreciate that Elliot is still smoking on camera. Loved it.
Yes.
Loved it.
That's
He
right.
walks on stage smoking a cigarette. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Numan.
Yeah. Again, laissez-faire Elliott Gould. He's like, whatever. Who am I introducing? Let's go. Let's do it.
Elliott Gould does not give a fuck.
No. So yeah, Gary Numan comes on to play his hit song, Cars. So this was off of his debut album, which was released in 1979, the year before. What's interesting about Gary Numan is he was the lead singer of another band called Tubeway Army they released an album in 78 and then in 79.
Mhm.
And then he just started playing with some other people and was like, no, it's just Gary Numan now. No more Tubeway Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, I had no idea who Gary Numan was coming into this episode.
Really?
No, none. But, he starts playing this song.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, I know this song. All right, good. All right, cool. I'm in with this.
I, about 7 or 8 years ago, friend of the pod, our announcer, Jason, and I went and saw Gary Numan in concert.
Really?
The show that Gary Numan put on SNL in 1980 is the exact same show that he does now. It's a lot to watch for 2.5 hours of just him standing at a keyboard doing nothing.
It was a lot to watch for 3.5 minutes. I'm not going to lie.
No, I'll be honest. We went to the bar like halfway through the set because it was just like, all right, there's more of this. But Gary Numan was like, at the forefront of using synthesizers in the way in which they became super popular in the 80s. He's like the first electronic artist to really kind of hit it with a mainstream hit in Cars.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he's another artist who's kind of breaking at the time that he's on SNL in season 5.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting weird in the 80s, right? Like B-52s, Marianne Faithfull.
And the music is different. That's all.
Gary Numan. Yeah. I feel like they're making a decided choice to get weird.
I think music was just changing and getting different than.
Yeah. No. I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, I mean, they're in tune as what's going on. It's very interesting to watch it now and look back and see what was happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I appreciate about Gary Numan and both of these songs is because it's all electronic for the most part, it sounds exactly like the album. And that's, you kind of lose something in the live show of that. But when you're watching something that I think because the audio is not always the greatest on SNL for bands in the late 70s, early 80s, there's something about it with this song that I was like, oh, you know this song. Like you said, you didn't know that you knew this song, but then as soon as you heard it, you're like, oh, I know this song. And that I think is fun.
I did not know it had a very long musical outro, though, I will admit.
Yeah, it really does. I really like Gary Numan. I've listened to a lot of Gary Numan.
Okay.
And yeah.
I could see that. Who would you say then has a better stage presence? Gary Numan or Desmond
Gary
Child? Okay.
And I just told you how much I don't really enjoy his live shows, but I still think he's better than Desmond Child. There's a reason that one of them is still performing live in 2025. Yeah.
Dude, do you remember the days when SNL would only give a musical guest one song?
Who was that? Like season 3, 2?
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Good times.
I like Gary Numan. I'm ready for another Gary Numan number. And
wow, we are way off on this episode.
And then another Wizard of Oz sketch. But instead, we're going to go to Weekend Update and right at the start, we're back to those camera problems with where Jane thinks they're going to go to camera 2 and they stay on camera 3, whatever it is. Yeah.
Guys, it's season 5, episode 11. How do we still not know which camera to go to for the very first joke?
It kind of is astounding, really.
I mean, it was cute in season 2, kind of funny in season 3. Enough is enough, guys.
Yeah. I think this was just a pure accident.
Oh, no, it
Someone
was.
is not on the
She
ball.
had no idea what was going. No, no idea.
Someone's still.
She still handles like a pro, though.
She is a pro, a consummate professional.
God bless her. How great is Jane?
Jane.
There it is.
There are a bunch of jokes about Reagan, Iran, Pintos, Taiwan.
Was that a joke? I actually have that note. Pinto joke. Was that a joke?
What do you mean? Like the punchline?
I mean, was that a joke? Yeah, was that a joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
It's that kind of update.
not a great joke. I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was last week we talked about Herb Sargent really being on it and having a great weekend update, and that did not. It did not last for 2 weeks in a row. But we did go back to Father Guido Sarducci, who's still standing outside of the Nixon residence.
Yeah.
This time he's saying that they're still at the movies, and so he pulls up a newspaper and
Yeah.
then starts reading which movies he thinks they're at because they're not back yet, and how they could have gone to different movies. And the one that he lists is like Apocalypse Now. And he's like, I don't think they're going to see Apocalypse Now.
I love that they went back to him. I just wish they would have done something more. But I love the fact that they went to the runner. So
Right.
I'll give them that.
Right. And then it's just back to like boom, 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 joke, joke, joke.
I did find it odd. You notice they came back from that and they did a joke about the movie
Yeah.
Cruising. And it just felt odd that they just did a bit about Nixon going to the movies and then you do this cruising joke. Like, wouldn't you want to make the cruising joke first?
Yeah.
It just felt weird. I don't know why. Like in the rundown, it just felt odd that they
No, I
would do
get
that in that order. But
You're right.
anyway,
Bill again goes after fat people with one of his jokes.
I mean, I feel like even Bill is tired of this weekend update.
Honestly, Bill looked kind of tired when Weekend Update started. Just
Yes.
tired.
That's true too. Yeah, I'll give you that.
What else?
Another one, there's a fire joke, which I'm like, is that a joke? Something about fire victims not listening to, was it like students not listening to substitute
Yeah.
teachers? And then it became fire victims not listening to substitute firemen. Was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to
It's
do
rough.
with a strike in Chicago.
Right.
Then Jane seducing Walter Cronkite again.
It was fun.
Yeah.
The Jane Cronkite thing's always
Yeah,
fun. to
she's
see.
unbuttoning her blouse. That was fun. But that's it. I mean, there was like a Peacock joke about
Yeah.
NBC, but nothing really worthwhile here.
No, another one with no desk pieces again.
Yeah.
I mean, you had that remote piece with Sarducci, but no legit desk pieces again. And I don't know. I felt like even Jane and Bill, neither one of them seemed into
Well,
it,
I mean, they knew.
I guess.
They went to dress and were like, "Oh, these jokes aren't great." Okay. Yeah, they were right. Well, luckily, we get to go to prison next.
You probably love this
Why? Why would I love this one?
because I don't understand anything you're saying this week.
So we go to a prison where, okay, Garrett is the prisoner.
Of course.
Elliott Gould is there to recruit him because Garrett is some kind of great basketball player.
Also, of course.
And
This is like a Spike Lee movie. What's that movie with Denzel Washington? He Got Game. This is He Got Game 20 years earlier.
oh, well, okay. Yes. And then it's just, I don't know. It's like all of the, I didn't really know why they went here with this. And I was guessing it was, maybe there was something with NCAA scandal. I don't know. But it's just typical, like all of the trope of college basketball coaches recruiting and, dangling all of the things for the recruits of giving his sister a recording contract, I think was one. And all of this shit. Yvonne Hudson comes on again. She was going to be his roommate for the first 2 years of college.
That was kind of funny where there's that moment, where he's like, "Oh, you're gonna have your roommate for a year," and he says, "Who's that?" And in my mind, I was jokingly saying, "It's Yvonne." And sure
that's
enough,
funny.
the next line is, "It's Yvonne," and she walks out. But no, I agree. This is classic season 5, man. Long and goes
and
nowhere.
convoluted.
Yeah.
Al Franken comes on as as Rune Arledge.
First of all, everybody
comes on. Al Franken's Rune Arledge comes on and says, "My job is to turn dumb, inarticulate former athletes into television stars." And I was like, oh, are they just taking shots at OJ now? Or
maybe.
Frank Gifford? Like, who are they taking shots at with that comment? But yeah, I don't know. My note was, what is the point of this? Because I did not know.
No, it's just long and meandering and doesn't really go anywhere. And again, there's not that many jokes in it. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, they're trying to, make a comment on the NCAA, college recruiting or whatever. But, because Garrett has one decent line about something like, I don't know if I want to play basketball when I got out of high school or even when I get out of prison. Right. And he makes some jokes about prison, like they're giving him food and
clothing and board. Yeah.
Clothing and all that stuff. But no, this one's rough. I mean, I don't know. This kind of feels just like they needed something and they threw it in. And like, what can we do this week? Because there just seems to be no inspiration or anything behind this, which is a bummer.
You know what I think they could have done and should have done?
Waited for Spike Lee to make his movie?
No. Stretched out Lorraine Spit as the bad woman from the Northeast and made that Wizard of Oz sketch longer.
I can't believe you like that. The next sketch is good, though.
I really like the next sketch.
First of all, I knew you would,
yes.
But it is a good sketch.
Of course I would. Harry Shearer plays a radio DJ, Lou Follett. And he works at KTIM Radio, all-time radio. By all time, it's not like the best radio of all time. It's just time.
Yeah. That's all they do.
So callers call in, and all they do is ask Harry what time it is.
Yes, you're on the air.
What time is it?
4:14. Glad to be of help. Hello.
What time is it?
4:14. Have a nice day. Yes.
What time is it?
It's 4:15. Lucky phone call. Thank you for calling. Yes. What time?
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 4:15. I almost asked your question for you. Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Could you tell what?
Sir, hold it. You're gonna have to turn your radio down. We tell people this all the time. They still don't listen.
Sorry.
To us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 4:15.
Is that AM or PM?
AM or PM? Are you serious? Gee, can you believe that? Yes, you're on the air.
Boy, Lou, you've been getting some strange calls lately.
You are not kidding. Sometimes you have to wonder what's going on in people's gray matter up there. I think it's a junk food. Yeah, go ahead.
What time is it?
It's 4:15. Thank you for calling. Hey, we got to take a break now for just a second or two, so let's clear up some of the other calls on the board here. It's 4:15, 4:15, 4:15, 4:15. It's 4:15. Okay, Mary Pat, my producer, gain a little, is telling me that we got a newsmaker call coming up from overseas, so let's check in with our European correspondent, Peter Killian, on the line. Peter, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Lou, loud and clear.
Peter, you're in London today, is that correct?
That's right, jolly old England.
Oh, it swing like a pendulum do. I forget who said that first. Hey, what time is it over there, Peter?
1:15 a.m.
Okay, thank you, Peter. We'll check with you again tomorrow. And, of course, back here it's 4:15 p.m. This is Lou Follett on your all-time station.
All-time radio, all-time, all the time.
Let's take that next call. Hi, you're on the air.
Then I wrote, like, why is the clock still 4:15? This has been a long time. Mm-hmm. And a caller calls in and says, I think your clock's wrong because it's like 4:20. And he's like, oh, I guess the clock's broken. All right.
No, I think the line is because he has a really great line where he goes, it must be getting close to 4:20. I have no way of knowing now.
That's right.
He has one clock to go off of, and that clock is stopped.
Yeah. And then he makes the special announcement that next week they're changing their call letters from KTIM to KTMP, KTemp, and then they're going to be the all-temperature station.
But before then, doesn't he ask listeners to call in? Like, call in and tell me the time? Because a lot of you have won watches, but that makes no sense because you have no reason to listen after that. This sketch works really well. It's a bit out there, but I don't know. To me, it took a little bit long to get where it was going. Like the payoff is great. A radio station that only gives
Yeah.
the time, and then their clock goes out. It just took a little while to get there.
But I thought even the premise was funny, just of like, all we do is tell the time and we give out the time. I really enjoyed that just as your premise to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was in right away. I mean, honestly, as soon as I saw Harry Shearer sitting at the radio station, I was in.
Of course.
But again, Harry Shearer does really well on these one-man sketches where he's the only person on camera. Whether it's to camera or talking to people off camera, he does a really good job with those.
And these radio DJ things work well to that.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine now, but back in the day of radio, it was a guy in a booth by himself orchestrating all these things. So it just lent itself to something of, okay, you can pull off a character and do it well. Here's 4 minutes, just run with it. And it's fun. It's very fun. I mean, remember when radio was a thing?
I do.
You got to think back to the 70s. So it's like we've seen Dan Aykroyd have done these sketches. AM/FM. Bill Murray's done it. Now Harry Shearer's doing it. Like this is something they've gone to time and time again. And it works really well.
It does. I really enjoyed this. I think it did go, they had a few too many callers in the beginning between 4:14 and 4:15. But otherwise, I thought it was great.
Well, that's what I was saying. It took a little bit to get to what it was,
Right.
but once you got there and you figured it out, it was good. Did you I feel like you must have liked the part Brian Del Murray calls because he missed work that morning because he was listening and it was the wrong time.
wrote that
And
down.
Harry Shearer says something to the effect, well, you should have listened to the beginning because that was an old show.
Yes. If you had listened from the beginning, you would have known it was an old show. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. It was good.
This is from one of the new writers. Matt Numan wrote this sketch for Harry, and you could see it. Matt wrote a bunch of stuff for Harry this season, and you could tell it's a really well-written sketch, and Harry Shearer is definitely the guy to pull this off.
Yeah. Well, you can't really make a show of the next sketch, I don't think, either.
Why not? We still have subways.
No, we don't have genies anymore, though, Brad.
Oh, we should. Again, woke.
Yeah. So I don't even know how to explain what happens in this one because I'm not really sure. So we're on a subway and Garrett plays a drunk.
It's an amazing setup. It's an incredible setup.
Garrett plays a drunk for what I wrote was far too long. And he eventually, Gilda gives him $1 and he gives Gilda his empty whiskey bottle and then
whiskey bottle after he's like harassed 3 other couples. But yes, to your point of how it took so long. Yes.
And then a subway genie appears and it's Elliott Gould dressed up as a genie. And then he doesn't grant Gilda any wishes. He just gives her subway tokens.
Well, he's going to pick the wishes. He says, no, I won't let you pick. And I noticed 0 laughs.
Yeah.
This is one of those sketches where there are no laughs.
That was the right reaction. Yeah. There were no laughs from the audience, I don't think, at all through this sketch, really. And I don't disagree with the audience. I was totally kind of baffled and like, how did we get here? Then the cops come and arrest Elliott Gould for some reason. Yeah, this was one that I did not need to see.
To quote Gilda in this sketch, I don't mean to seem ungrateful, but this is not a good sketch.
No.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. Yeah, there were not a lot of laughs. It's that early setup with Garrett, and then he becomes the genie, and then they do a thing where he's like, "Take my hand," and they're gonna go on a journey, and I was like, "Come on, guys, really? We're gonna milk this?" Probably this is what's sad is the most enjoyable thing I found from this sketch was the model subway map journey they took where she
That's right.
voiceovers the subway trout, like the train or the subway car going down here. We went here and then went here in Brooklyn and Queens and back where we started. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was good.
It's sad when that's the highlight of your sketch.
By far.
And then they break the fourth wall and Gilda talks to the camera as Gilda and Garrett comes back out. Oof.
Oh, that's right. She turns it into like a PSA.
Sort of some weird thing. She's like, "Hi, I'm Gilda." Right?
Yeah.
I was like, As long as there's subway cars or people need mass transit, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
But I totally zoned out by that.
No, it was a rough one. Jim Downey, Sarah Paley, another new writer. Sarah Paley wrote this with Jim Downey, who she'd worked with a bunch. But I will say this is the most Elliott Gould gets to do this episode, which is sad, right?
Yeah. Well, this
is the most meat he has this episode is playing this subway genie.
Yes. So he comes back, and for his 5th time, he plays a sleepy bear, a subway genie, a guy who asks a question, and a basketball coach trying to recruit Garrett Morris.
Oh, maybe the basketball. Yeah.
No, the genie, there's more meat here than the basketball one.
The genie's the more meat because the basketball coach thing, he's setting everybody else up. This, he actually has something to do and to dig his teeth into, you would think. But
well, he's not in our next bit either, because that goes back to Father Guido Sarducci outside of Nixon's place. And he is cold, and he's complaining about being cold to someone off camera. And then they finally tell him that he's on camera. And he pulls a woman up, Lori Gavault, I believe he said her name was. I don't know if she was a real person or who she was.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't figure that one out. Yeah.
And he's still waiting for the Nixons to show up. And so he asks her what animal, if she could be any animal, what animal would she be? And she says, a horse.
A horse.
And that was it.
That was it. I give him credit for sticking with the runner. That's about it.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm again not sure why we stayed with this runner, but okay. I guess everyone really loved Father Guido Sarducci, so that they're just happy to see him at any point.
I mean, I just had that kind of nostalgic feeling of like, oh, you're right. They used to do runners. This was a thing. Yeah. Like, let's do it. I enjoyed the fact they actually did a runner and they were sticking to it.
Right. Well, he's there. Why would you not let him come in from the cold?
No, keep him out there. He's out there. Commitment to the bit, my friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last bit, I don't know if we needed more commitment from this. It was Kramer versus Godzilla. So this is right off of the heels of Kramer versus Kramer.
Sure, yeah.
And this is a commercial for the follow-up film, Kramer versus Godzilla. And we're in the courtroom, and Harry Shearer's the lawyer, one lawyer for the Kramers. Or no, he's Mr. Kramer, right?
He's doing his Dustin Hoffman, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, Hoffman?
Is this not the same set? Well, Dustin Hoffman was in Kramer.
No, I know he
Kramer.
was. I just didn't. In my mind,
he's playing Mr. Kramer.
I didn't think of it as a Dustin
Hoffman played Mr. Kramer in Kramer versus Kramer. Not a Dustin
Hoffman.
Have you seen the movie?
This is not a Dustin Hoffman impression, is my point.
Oh, so now you're saying Harry Shearer can't do a
Dustin Hoffman impression, or he couldn't that night.
Anyway, back to my original question: is this not the same set they used for Samurai Divorce Court?
Probably. Why would they build a different court?
Peter Boyle?
Yeah, why would they build a different court?
But it was like season 1. Remember that one? You love that episode. Peter Boyle,
I remember.
Jane, John. How is this set still in existence?
What are you talking about? They keep sets forever.
I guess
they
so.
probably still have this set.
Probably.
They probably have used this set recently. So we see Godzilla. Bill plays the judge. Jane is Mrs. Kramer. And Godzilla wants to take their kid away. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a blend of Godzilla films and Kramer versus Kramer, I guess.
It's a very weird thing. Akira's there. They won't even let him speak.
Well, because they have to do the whole Japanese voiceover thing.
They dub him. Yeah. They dub. And they bring the other Asian dude in. He's dubbed like a kid, an Asian kid.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
It's done.
Very quick.
It was just a commercial for the thing, but sure.
But to your point that, of course, this set's just lying around, they'll reuse it. Why did they not use the old Godzilla costume they used in the past?
Because
that's what bothered me.
It was sized out for John.
How great would it have been if John played Godzilla and like the end of the sketch, they took the head off and it was John Belushi? Come on.
I mean, that would have been great for you. Yeah.
For me.
Then again, laissez-faire Elliott comes on to introduce Gary Numan, but he doesn't even do that. He just holds up the card that says, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Gary Numan.
Elliott Gould gets the MVP tonight because he just does not care.
He clearly is just like, whatever.
Making no bones about it.
None. Gary Numan comes on to play his song, Praying to the Aliens. And this song had the lyrics on screen, all except for the chorus.
Yeah.
But the verses were all on screen, which I thought was an interesting choice.
Yeah, I think it made the song make less sense.
Well, it was interesting
because I could actually read the words he was saying and did not help.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, like Gary Numan's not moving around on stage. He's not doing anything really interesting.
No.
So as much as I like Gary Numan and I like this song, it just was like, okay, all right, let's wrap up this episode, which is exactly what this song does.
Gary, I don't like to use this term lightly, but they should have dropped the cow on this guy.
See, but I still like the song. I still like the music.
I did until I had to read the words, and I was like, this is not working.
What? So knowing the words to a song makes you like it less? Or just this particular song?
No, just this particular one.
That's it then. That's our show. Elliott Gould comes out for goodnights. It's a very quick goodnight. He references the hockey game because the U.S. had just made it to the finals against Russia in the 1980 Olympics.
We won. No, I don't think we made the finals, though.
What, at this episode?
No. I looked it up. They beat Norway, but I think they had a couple more games to go. Or matches. What do you call
games?
It? Anyway, games. Because the Russian game was a Friday after, so it was another week. So they wouldn't have gone a week without playing.
Really? Huh.
I did look it up, yeah. So the game this night was Norway, and then the Miracle on Ice was the following Friday.
Right.
So they would have had to play a few more. Sorry to fuck that up.
No, that's fine. I mean, as long as you're right, you didn't fuck it up. And then he says goodnight. We get the credits, and then we go back to Father Guido Sarducci one more time.
Although before the credits, we should say they promo James Brown coming next week, which, spoiler alert, does not happen.
Oh, they did? I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah. No, James Brown is promoted as the musical guest, but he will not show up, and we will get Sam and Dave instead.
Nice. But then we go to Father Guido Sarducci.
And I love that they came back to this.
Yes. And then we see a car pull up outside of the Nixon residence, and he asks the question, if you could be any animal, what would you be? Yeah.
Oh, man.
So funny. And that's it. That's the show. Yeah. I don't know.
That's it. Yeah. Not a great episode. A lot of long sketches that went nowhere. I mean, most of the sketches were long that went nowhere. A lot of the short ones didn't bring much. And then, we had a runner, which had promise, but I would say didn't really go anywhere. So I don't know. It was a tough one. And I think you get Elliott Gould, you are expecting a little bit of something, even at this point in season 5.
I think that was the biggest disappointment, was that it was Elliott Gould, and there wasn't much. Like you said, there wasn't much that they gave him to do.
I don't think you got one quality Elliott Gould bit tonight. Whether it's a monologue, song and dance, or a sketch, or just anything, I don't think you got anything that really showcased him and let him have fun.
Correct.
Which was a bummer.
But, all right, so then let's then play this game. Was he just kind of nonchalant and laissez-faire about this episode because he was like, I got nothing to do. Doesn't matter. I can mail this in because I'm that talented. Or was his attitude all week just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'm here because Lauren asked me to be here. Whatever you guys want to do. And they were like, he's not into it. Let's not give him anything. Which came first?
No, I think Elliott Gould did as much as he could. But Elliott Gould is not a Buck or a Steve or someone who's going to write his own material or elevate material. You got to give him stuff. And he will give you what you give him.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to go above and beyond and exert himself to make it better. You need to give him stuff, but he'll make good stuff
Right.
great. He's not going to make bad stuff great. He's like, I'll take what you give me. Sure, I'll do the best I can. And I think this was an example of him just getting not great stuff, and he did the best he could. I don't think he phoned it in. I think everything he was in, he was trying and did his best.
No, I agree with that. I'm not saying that he phoned it in during the episode.
But the fact that this is my 5th time and I've been around and I know everybody and I'm going to play it super cool. Yes. But it would have been nice to give him something to hang his hat on this episode. And they didn't.
No. I wonder how much the after effect of Chevy being on the week prior for the whole staff, like how much was there a hangover from that?
Yeah, I could see that a little bit, just a little bit burnout and just,
of having to deal with Chevy.
Just dealing with that and then trying to come up with something more. And you'd think Elliott would be, maybe that's why, Elliott's just easygoing and you know what you're getting and he's going to give you whatever he can.
Right. Well, it's a shame because it's Elliott Gould and it was his 5th time, even though the 5-timers wasn't a thing yet. But
right.
Yeah, it's a bummer that it wasn't a better episode for him or Gary Numan. Because like I said, I like Gary Numan and I wish that he was a more dynamic performer. But
you knew the story when Elliott Gould comes back and hosts the season 6 premiere that he didn't know when he signed on that Lauren wasn't on the show.
Yeah, you told me that.
I just love that story. Like he comes back to host one more time, and that one more time will be the season 6 premiere. And he shows up. He's like, "Where's Lauren? What? Who? What? Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then we don't see him again for 10 years, I think, until he shows up in that Tom Hanks 5-timers club. The next time he shows up on the show, he only shows up twice, I think. Tom Hanks and then John Mulaney 5-timers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
For a guy who, like you, I don't know, at least I associate with this show so much in this era, never really came back.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, Brad, what are your best bits?
Jewish Jeans, obviously. Loved it. Classic. I don't care what you say, it's a classic.
We have different definitions of classic. All right. Anything else?
No, because I think you're going to say the other one, so I'm going to give it to you.
I'm going to say The Incredible Man.
What?
I only said that to mess with you. I'm going to say All Time Radio, of course. I thought Harry Shearer was great.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that we didn't have anything with Elliott Gould in it for us to say was our best bit.
That is a bummer. Oh, yeah. God.
It's a real shame. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
And so it goes. Next week on the early years of SNL, we'll be talking about season 5, episode 12, with host Kirk Douglas and musical guests Sam and Dave. Until then, good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
And have a pleasant tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to the Not Ready for Primetime Project. Look for us on social media everywhere at NR4PT Project. And please drop us a line to let us know what you think of the shows, and frankly, because we're kind of lonely, at nr4ptproject@gmail.com. The Not Ready for Primetime Project team includes Brad Robinson and Gary Seith. Please remember to rate and review wherever you watch and or listen to the show. Thanks for listening. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Brad, why do you do this? Do you do this to hurt us?
I can't believe you like Jewish Jeans. Classic?
I love Jewish Jeans. Yes. Yes.
Not a classic.
As a pre-taped commercial parody, I think it's really great.
Really great?
I do.
Huh. Interesting.
Gilda's really good. I mean, again, it's like not hard for her to do that. Maybe because we've seen the character a little bit, so you bring some of that into it coming in. Like, you know, like your thoughts and your feelings of Rhonda Weiss. So you're like, oh, it's Rhonda Weiss. Like you asked, is that Rhonda Weiss? Which I think helps.
See, I feel the opposite though.
So you think if you would have seen Jewish Jeans with never seeing Rhonda Weiss, you would have liked that more?
Well, I don't know that I would have liked it at all ever, but I think the fact that it was like that it was Rhonda, this character we've seen in all different incarnations, doing a jeans commercial was just odd. That's all.
But her singing with the Rondettes was not odd?
I forgot about the Rondettes thing. Yeah, that is also odd.